Self-discipline. How to build it effortlessly instead of daily grinding. Now, welcome to this video. My name is Tom from the alifeacademy.com. And in this video, we will make visible what the real root cause with our difficulties with building or keeping self-discipline really is. And I designed this video to give you perspective and crystal clear clarity in direction towards real self-discipline. Now, on the internet, I see so many videos about grinding and forcing yourself to be self-disciplined. But I've experienced myself that watching these videos with believed solutions didn't solve the actual problem at all. Not even becoming good at forcing yourself to be disciplined will solve the root. Because it is most likely new symptoms will arise regarding having difficulties with self-discipline, like fatigue, like burnout, like depression. And this is because of the root of the problem hasn't been solved within ourselves yet. Now, by watching this video, this is about to change for you. Now, only when we know the real cause of our difficulties with self-discipline, we can heal the root cause and liberate ourselves from every other symptom as well, such as laziness, addicting distractions, procrastination, depression, burnout, stress, and sometimes even committing suicide. Now, from the moment we know what the real root of the problem is, we will be able to stop having difficulties with building self-discipline once and for all. And from that moment, our difficulties with building or keeping self-discipline will be transformed into effortless self-discipline. Now, you don't have to feel ashamed for the fact that you are still having difficulties with building self-discipline or staying self-disciplined, because we all have difficulties first before we choose to start healing the actual root cause. Now, the only difference might be that some people might be better in hiding the fact that they are having problem symptoms regarding self-discipline behind a shiny mask of pretending in society, until that mask cracks, obviously. Now, having difficulties with building self-discipline comes down to only one thing. And do you know what that one thing is? Well, when we are having problems with building self-discipline, it only means that what we are trying to do is not aligned with our true natural self. It's like a fish trying to climb a tree. No wonder the fish has and keeps having problems building discipline to climb the tree. And no wonder the fish produces symptoms such as laziness, rather being addicted to numbing distractions, procrastination, and eventually gets stressed out, burned out, a depression, or even doesn't want to live anymore climbing a tree. I also used to try really hard to achieve success with discipline, and I suffered from all the difficulties and symptoms regarding building self-discipline, but I forced myself to continue, as you see advised in many other videos. And eventually I did achieve success, but it was only a superficial layer of success that I had painted over my unsolved issues that I was running away from. It wasn't really self-discipline, it was forced discipline to run away from myself. And of course that superficial mask cracked eventually, and I had to start from rock bottom again to find my true self first, and to be able to flow over naturally into effortless self-discipline. In other words, I had to fall off the tree first to realize I was a fish, which is designed to build self-discipline naturally and effortlessly by just learning how to swim. So I want to spare you the detour of trying to climb the tree or trying to grind or to force yourself with rigid discipline. I want you to enjoy discovering that you are a fish designed to swim with effortless, true self-discipline. So let's recap how to build self-discipline or how to stay disciplined effortlessly. Not by grinding or forcing yourself to be disciplined against your true self. And therefore, we first have to peel off our conditioned identity to discover what fish we truly are in the core and then, and only then, learn to swim with true self-discipline that comes naturally and effortlessly like it is supposed to. Now, to give you crystal clear insight in discovering your true self, from which self-discipline flows over naturally, I've created the following animation for you. Now, if you've seen the following fundamental animation already and it gave you perspective, clarity and direction towards complete liberation, make sure to start that direction and to be liberated from the symptoms addressed in this video as well. So you will have more time to create and actually enjoy the liberated and abundant life that you are actually born for. Now also like and share this video so people who actually are looking for building and keeping true self-discipline from the very root cause up get to see this clarity and direction too. So don't try to copy a life of another because it looks cool. Enjoy discovering your true effortless self-discipline instead. Enjoy the animation. Imagine this heart represents our untouched and unharmed fulfilled feelings at the moment we are born. Imagine this diamond represents our pure core, our authentic purpose from which each and every one of us is designed to flow over into natural abundance from what we authentically have to give. Imagine these glasses as our perspective from our independent fulfilled core. Then from the moment we are born until now, we all experience painful emotions. And that pain sets around our core and our unharmed and fulfilled feelings. Because we don't know how to solve that pain, we have learned to escape from it. And do you know how? By building a wall around our feelings. And do you know how we build that wall? By constantly and stressfully running away from our feelings into our mind or thinking, looking for constant distractions. This escape from our feelings into stressful distractions is the birth of the root cause of all of our fear or restlessness. Distractions like constantly being busy with our phones, constantly being busy with busyness, or in other words, business, constantly looking for distractions in sex or porn. This escape from our core and feelings is also the birth of our numbing imprisonment and limitations. Note that we are not only running away from our unsolved feelings, but we are also locking and numbing our pure core and unharmed feelings too underneath this stressful hunt for distractions. This imprisonment out of fear makes us cramp or block our body, and this physical and psychological blockage we also call trauma. Now that we are locked up from our inner diamond, we don't feel our core value anymore. And this disconnection from our authentic core and feelings is the root cause of all of our feelings of emptiness and unworthiness. This is the moment where we not only use distractions to run away from our unsolved feelings, but also as a means to look for a feeling of fulfillment and worthiness by running away from our feelings. The contradiction shows itself clearly. Yet we are too busy to question this numbing, imprisoning wrong direction, which has become a routine for so many of us. We search our lost feelings of value and fulfillment, for example, in distractions like status or in filling us up with drinks and food. Do you see that by running away from our feelings, we can never reach a feeling of fulfillment or value in these distractions? And that is why each distraction, apart from the short shot of distraction it gives, doesn't keep working and falls apart. Now, when our distractions doesn't work anymore or our control falls away, unsolved pain breaks through our wall of protection in the form of symptoms like anxiety, irritation, anger, self-pity, irregularity, or jealousy. It's obvious we don't want to feel that way, and that's why we start hunting for more and new numbing distractions and want to hold on to our current distractions that serve as a band-aid away from our unsolved feelings. This is the birth of the root cause of all addictions, even if they are not good for us, as long as they distract us from our own unsolved issues. To make sure we will get and keep our addicting distractions, we literally use people and distractions as distractions away from ourselves. So we learn to develop behavior that is only interested in being distracted from our own feelings. This is the birth of our covert victim behavior, like criticism, bringing down others, abuse or allowing abuse, complaining, lying, denying, blaming, bribery, mind games, assumptions, reversals, forgetting, fake concern, flattery, conscious denial, relational aggression, damaging someone's relationships or social status, or overt victim behavior like actual physical aggression. Both covert and overt victim behavior is intended as a big distraction to not be confronted with our own unsolved issues and responsibility anymore. This imprisoning, numbing rat race of hunting for distractions that never can bring us a feeling of fulfillment or worthiness is extremely exhausting. This direction away from our core might sooner or later lead to symptoms like exhaustion, depression, burnout, stress, tiredness, or even thoughts about suicide. Now, my intention of showing you this perspective is to make crystal clear that there isn't anything wrong with you. That if you might have one or even all of these symptoms, that it only means that you are heading in the wrong direction, away from your own diamond and feelings. Every time we get a new distraction, like a new partner, new sex, new stuff, we get a short shot of distraction. And this short shot gives us the illusion that by proceeding in the direction away from our core, we will eventually find our complete feeling of fulfillment that we are longing for. But you now see that distractions cannot provide us with a feeling when we run away from our feelings. The more we keep blocking our core and cramping our body, the more diseases we encounter. Now, diseases are helping warning symptoms to help warn us that we are still blocking our healthy flow and are heading in the wrong direction. Disease symptoms like headache, migraine, bad sleep, back pain, shoulder pain, high blood pressure, or other physical diseases are only symptoms of being blocked for too long. If we are still not aware of the fact that our symptoms are our very valuable warning signals, we might choose to suppress our helping warning signals with medication and therefore keep blocking our feelings and core even more. Although medication can be life-saving in acute conditions, if we keep blocking our core and feelings, our body is being injected with constant fight and flight chemicals like stress cortisol and adrenaline that knocks our body out of balance. And according to the science of epigenetics, this chronic imbalance and blockage might switch on our inherited disease-causing genes and actually creates diseases. If we still won't listen to our valuable disease symptoms and keep blocking our natural flow of life, our chronic blockage might turn into a flatline. My intention is that you have clarity and insight that liberation from our symptoms lie in the exact opposite direction. in solving our unsolved pain, until the only thing left to be experienced are our independent, unharmed and untouched feelings of fulfillment and core, from which we are designed to see with clarity and to flow over into natural abundance from what we authentically have to give. Then there will be no more fear or stress to feel our unsolved emotions. And this will bring clarity and peace in our mind. And from there we can create and enjoy all great things life has to offer us in total freedom. Before we continue, I wonder, what does it do to you realizing that underneath our unsolved issues, we are still the untouched and unharmed clean slate? Now feel free to let me know in the comment box. I'm curious. Now, knowing in our mind is one thing. Now wait until you experience it for yourself. To be able to actually experience our liberated, untouched and unharmed slate again, the key is to become radical honest with ourselves, to discover what our unsolved issues really are. Because we can only clean our dark spider webs if we know where to find them. To help you find them so you can remove them once and for all, I've created a free checklist you can fill out for your own reference. And I also have made a free tool for you that will get you past every symptom of fear to make sure that you will arrive. And I also want to show you a proof that you can cleanse yourself completely no matter what has happened to you. And this is very valuable because if we don't have proof that it also works for us, then we wouldn't even bother. On top of that, I want you to know the truth about fear and pain that will set your mind free already. Now click here so I can send you the 4 free videos and checklist gifts so we can start tomorrow on one of the greatest journeys that we can ever make. Now let as much people as possible enjoy your complete liberation.